we're gonna do personal readings. Is the sound okay? Why is it glitching like that? Damn. Okay. Anyways. So, Sunday, personal readings day. Is the sound okay? Let me know, because I see that it's glitching on my phone for some reason. I'm having my own Mercury retrograde. I don't know about you. It's fine? Okay. So, how's it going, you guys? I'm good. Hopefully I get my ring light tomorrow. It's too dark for my liking. Like, you know what I mean? I look like I'm about to snatch your soul. You know? I'm about to jump out of the screen and snatch your soul. I need my light. Otherwise the darkness takes over. What are you studying? Heavenly held moments. Hi. It's quiet. Talk. If it's quiet, talk my head off, will ya? No, on Sundays we are doing personal readings. So any other day we do all signs. Can I? What? Ew. Did you hear that? A lot of things happening outside. I don't know if we should take it as a sign. Dogs honking, spitting. Hey James, what is me? What do you want? I am feeling better. Finally fucking recovered from 2 colds in January. January for me was crazy. January was weird for me. So hopefully this is the 1st of February. Hopefully the energy is shifting. I am back, bitch. I mean, not that I left, but yeah, hopefully the month of February is kinda. Moon in Leo. You know, this full moon, I didn't feel it intensely because maybe I have a Leo moon, so it's okay with me. But yeah, I didn't feel much on this Leo full moon. Maybe because I have Leo moon as a placement. If you want readings, it's not for free, James. It's not for free, honey. Six planets aligned? Which ones? And what do you mean aligned? Like direct? What's in Cornwall? Hi, Monica. Pullocks? What the hell is pullocks? That's the first time I've heard of a fucking pullocks. What's a pullocks? Yellow orange giant star located blah 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 in the constellation of Gemini. Thestius. It's called Thestius. I have never heard of the planet named Thestius, but okay. Thestius is a gas giant with a mass. What? It's 2.3 times the mass of Jupiter. What? That is news to me. I have never heard of that. It's bigger than Jupiter? Okay. Monica Valverde. Where did your picture go? It disappeared from the super chat. So Hale, no one asked for your opinion, and for that I shall block you. Why should an opinion of a nobody come to me? Like, know your place, Suhail. Know your place. All right, so Monica, how do people have been meeting in events, networking, perceive me? Ooh, good question. Good question. Let's see. Do you have specific people in mind? If yes, give me their names. If you want in general, let me know. In general, okay, let's see. So, how do people around Monica Valverde that Monica is meeting in events and networking with perceive her? Show me. Interesting how I flipped the strength card. Did you see it? Did you see it? Ooh. Okay, and you know, the card that I flipped is the strength card. So that's a good energy. Okay, let me pull one more. Wow, the Sun, the King of Wands. Ooh. People are perceiving you as enthusiastic, action-oriented, open, approachable, full of life, full of energy. And you mean business. It's almost like you have a spark in your eyes. You have this spark in your eyes, hungry eyes, wanting to make a difference eyes. People can see it in your eyes, honey. This is such a good vibe. And you know, let me tell you something. With the High Priestess as well at the bottom of the deck, it's almost like you see through people or they see through you. There is like this raw energy that you are emitting from your eyes. It's like, it's as if like you want something badly enough that you're gonna work for it. With the Queen of Pentacles, you come across as reliable. You mean business. You're committed, maybe even loyal, dependable, hungry for change, transformation. Like, honestly, this is a good vibe. Like, you're making a good impact on the people around you. Strength God, the Sun, King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, High Priestess. Yeah, I mean, if that is how you want to come across, you are actually doing well in being perceived as you want to be perceived. Very positive, especially with the Sun. They could even have good opinions of you that they talk about you to others, meaning that they could be mentioning your names like, ooh, you know Monica, or have you seen this lady? They could be mentioning you as well. So I would say that they are impressed with you. And even if they don't say anything about it, they feel it. They are impressed with your energy. Okay, Monica, okay. You mean business. Nice. Well done, baby. Well done. Armpit. I read your name as Armpit. I'm not ignoring you. Have something interesting to say, and then maybe I will reply to you. Like, who the fuck even are you? I don't know you. To ignore you. Anna, hi. Long time no see. Anna, I don't even fucking remember you, baby. You have definitely disappeared long enough for me to forget who you are. You should be more active, honey, so that I remember you. Okay? That's what the person that asked, are personals still open? Yes, we're still here, baby, okay? 16 minutes. Stop sending me any questions after an hour. Why you foreigners look so adorable? Where the fuck are you from? Foreigners. The fuck are you? Good news, did get live notification. That's good. YouTube is so fucking random. Sometimes it gives notifications, sometimes it doesn't. Robert, 6 questions? That's not how it works. Like in the comments, in the pinned comment, it is per question. You send super chat per question. Don't be fucking booking me in advance. If you want like a lengthy reading where you have a lot of questions, book a private reading. That's not how it works. 6 questions. The fuck? Alright, so Monica, let's see. Do my spirit guides think that a new mini digital course with a mini price could help potential clients get into my work? Or maybe I will continue doing what I'm doing for now. I kind of see what you mean. Let me see. Let me try to see how I'm going to word it. Okay, so do the spirit guides of Monica Valverde think that doing a mini digital course, like a small version or a smaller version of what she's providing with a cheaper price, be better for potential clients? Or should she keep what she's doing right now as it is? Let me see. It's telling you that you can do both. So if you think that it will bring you more clients, do that, experiment. It's kind of like telling you, don't be trying to stick to one thing. Experiment, see what works, see what doesn't. Even if you do something and it doesn't work, then you know that it doesn't work. So don't be afraid to do something different than what you are doing. As long as you stick to the plan. Do you understand what I mean? So you're actually being encouraged to be more like relying on yourself and what you want to experiment with. They don't want to give you the answers like, yes, do this or do that. It's more about you experimenting, increasing your experience when it comes to what works and what doesn't. So in a way, this is telling you, do both. Do what you feel like you want to do and see if it works. If it doesn't, then you know it doesn't work. Don't try to restrict yourself too much, being afraid to fail, because even if you fail, there is information for you to learn from that failure. So if you do the mini version of what you are selling and it doesn't work, then you know it doesn't work for the people that you have around you or the audience that you have. So this is encouraging you to fail. Even if, I mean, I'm not saying that it's not going to work. Maybe it will work. But it's kind of like telling you, don't be afraid to try new methods, new things, and see what makes a difference and see what doesn't make a difference. I'm also getting that this is talking about how your road to success is not going to be by being strict with your methods. It's by being experimental with your methods so that you see that the thing that works best. So the more you try new things, the better. Now, this is not about distracting yourself with new methods that you can't track what works and what doesn't. This is about what you feel like, ooh, I really want to see if this thing works. And then you do it. It's not about finding new ways. It's about if an idea comes to you and then you experiment with it. You understand? So you have a lot of love and encouragement, but this is more like a parent that is, I'm giving you an example. When you have a parent that is looking at their child, I don't know why I'm getting swimming lessons, but when the child is trying to learn to swim, they could struggle in the beginning, or they could try something and they fail and they will try again and then they become good swimmers. But your spirit guides do not want to get involved in the process of you finding the best method for you, because if they were to get involved in that, they will take away the experience from it. So they want you to try things, even if something doesn't work, let it be not working, but you will learn from the experience. You will be more of an expert if you experiment yourself rather than to rely on what works for sure and what doesn't work for sure. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid to experiment to see what works and what doesn't. Alrighty. All right, Robert, put your questions in the chat, but I will do up to 3 questions. I will not do 6. Next time, when you send a question, it is per super chat. Okay? I was at work almost every time you did lives. Okay. Do you work like late? Where are you? What is the time zone, or what's the time zone like in your thingy, in your country? All right, Robert, I forgive you. It's okay. It's okay. My other account is a member and I guess I'm blocked. I don't know why. Well, there's always a reason you got blocked. If you got blocked as a member, you guys remember, I don't care if you are a member or not. If you are a piece of shit, but you are also a member, I will block you if you say something stupid or smart. And when I say smart, I mean stupid. So if you get blocked, oh well. I don't care. So the least you can do as a member is to set a good example for others, not to be a fucking nuisance, and also being a member. Okay? All right, so Robert, I am having some issues on my job at DHF. Will things work out for me there? Robert Charles, can you confirm that Robert is your first name and Charles is your last name? If not, give me your first and last name initials if you don't want to give me the full name. It's 7 where you are. Right now it's 5 where I am, so it's 2-hour difference. Okay, so Charles is the last name. All right. So Robert Charles, and your first question, I am having some issues on my job at DHF. Okay, so will things work out for Robert Charles at his job at the DHF? Will things work out for Robert Charles? I see that these issues will be resolved. Let me pull one more card and we'll talk about it. Wow. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. You know, they will be the issues that you have at the moment. It's almost like they are the beginning of something better. Now, when I say something better, that could be within the job that you are currently at, or it could be outside of the job in the sense where you connect to someone that could hook you up with some other position. But I'm not saying that you will be fired or you will be getting out of the job. I'm just saying this beginning of these issues that you experienced are actually the beginning of something better. And when I say better, we have the Ace of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles, new beginning towards more than what you are receiving right now, or there could be some type of compensation, right? Let's say there could be issues here that could grab the attention of someone that is in a higher position that could get involved, and things will be set straight, and that will be a compensation to you, or maybe you will receive a bonus, or someone here will get involved that could result in you gaining more than you have lost, let's say. So having those issues, it's almost like a blessing in disguise. Because not only will they be resolved, but there is something that comes back to you that is way better than not having those issues actually starting. Does that make sense? So if these issues weren't there, you would probably be on the same path with the same results, or the same income, or the same job, or the same environment. But these issues are actually going to be the beginning of better return for you. I want to say, don't worry too much about the process of how these issues will be resolved. Try to keep your head in place, don't lose your shit as you go through the process of resolving these things. Try to keep a calm heart and a calm mind as you go through the process of these issues being resolved, okay? Alrighty. Perfect. So, second question. I'm going through some changes at another job that I work for called Movement. Oh, okay. So maybe that's the part where I talked about something better is going to come through. Maybe. We'll see. So I'm going through some changes at another job that I work for called Movement. Will things work out for me there? My boss is quitting and I'm nervous about getting a new boss. Okay, so are you asking if your new boss will be good for you, or do you want to just see how things will work out for you there? So are you asking about the new boss, or do you just want to see how things will work out for you with all the changes? Let me know. Or are they going to promote me to the boss position, you mean? Okay, let's see what we get, okay? Because you seem to have a lot of questions about that other job, right? Let's see what we get. Will things work out for me there? Or let's see, with all the changes that Robert Greene is experiencing in the job that is called movement, what will be the scenario for Robert? What will happen in that job? How will things roll out, work out in the job called movement for Robert Charles? You know, there's a chance of promotion because we do have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is the energy of other doors opening for you. So there could be a change of position. Now, that you can call that a promotion, but there could be a change of position. So whatever position that you have within that company, you could have a different position within it. Because I see it's almost like you will be put in a place or a position that you might not have much experience in, but the new boss probably will see that you will be a good fit once they get you in that environment or that position. Let me pull one more card. Now, if you are wondering if things will be good or bad, I see good. The energy is not to be concerned about. This is not something to worry about. It's actually something to be excited about. Okay. Oh, okay. Be careful what you wish for, though. Because I feel like this job or this new position that you could get will actually be more consuming than your current position in that company. So let's say, for example, you have this position that allows you to have this other job that you have, and you can balance between the two. But with this new position within the movement company, you might risk having to be more involved or to be more energetically consumed. That if you accept this position, it could be too much for you to handle. Like you could get more than you can handle on that plate of yours. And so it's kind of cautioning you. It's like, hey, be careful what you wish for, because maybe things will get better in that sense with this new position. But if you want to keep the other job and this job, it's gonna be a little bit of a burden for you. It feels like you will not even have time to have me time, right? Now, if you're not concerned about that and you like the work, like some people are just happy working, if that is you, then you will be fine, because I see more work coming your way, more opportunity coming your way, probably something that gives you some type of perks, some type of benefits. And I feel like that is how you will be lured into this position, okay? But it's also cautioning you to tell you that, hey, this is going to be more time consuming than your current position. So be prepared mentally for that change as well, because you do not want to put yourself in a position where you could reach a burnout, okay? Make sure you take care of your health as well if you want to accept this position, eating well, sleeping well, because it's going to require of you to be at a healthy, you're going to have a healthy body, healthy mind in order to sustain this. Alrighty. I do also want to say this. Before you sign any contracts, especially if this is a promotion and you have to sign a new contract within that company, before you sign anything, before you put your name to anything, make sure you read everything in details. And if you don't have time to read the contract properly, say to the boss or whoever that is on the other side of the table, say, I'm going to just take that home, read it on my own time, come back with it signed. and take it home and take your time in reading it, the fine print and everything. Because I feel like you need to not rush into deciding if you want to accept it, because you're going to be excited and you might sign your name to something, say yes to something, and then you find out that it's too much for you to bear. Okay? So it's something to think about before you rush into. Alrighty. Yeah, if you don't want them to change your schedule, you're gonna have to kind of negotiate, right? Maybe the new boss will maybe the new boss will see something in you and they're like, oh, hard worker, let me put them in a position where I can maximize the effort here. But you're gonna have to protect yourself, of course, and negotiate with a new boss if they try to push you in a new position or change the position that you currently have, which you are happy with, right? So negotiate. Third question, I am investing in a new asset structure in my investment enterprises. It is risk, but I feel like it could make me rich. What do you see? Will it be profitable? Okay, so can you give me a name to the investment that you have here? Or can you give me something specific about the investment enterprises that you are investing in, so that I see if I can narrow it down? Life insurance policy assets. Okay. That should be good enough. All right, so life insurance policy assets. So you want to see if your investment in life insurance assets will be profitable for you. Show me. Will the life insurance policy assets that Robert Charles is investing in, will that create wealth? Will that create profits for Robert Charles? We have yes. Okay, let me pull the other cards. Interesting. Okay, so this is talking about what's the word? Moderation. This is talking about moderation. So don't overdo it, because I feel like the profit or the return that you will see from these assets will be evident, but then you will think that, ooh, okay, with all this profit that I'm making, let me double down and take more risk or invest even more. It's telling you moderation, because it will bring you some type of stability, some type of benefits, return, but do not overdo it. Okay, don't overdo it. In a way, it feels like, this reminds me of when I used to go to the casino. And it's not often, just sometimes. This is talking about what you are investing. It's almost like if you are wanting to invest the return that you receive, make sure that you split it in half. So that if you lose half of the money that you have returned from the money you invested, you're not actually losing. Even if you risk that amount of money, you're risking the half of the return that you received rather than actually spending your money. So when I used to go to a casino, what I do is I enter with a small like one note, 20 pounds. And when I win with my 20 pounds, I take my 20 pounds. So basically nothing came out of my pocket. And I play with my winnings. And when I win, I half it first, and half of the winnings I play with. And if I win again, I half it again, and only take the half of the winnings back in. Okay. So I'm not going all in. Don't do the all in, because I feel like at some point you will be so excited about the return that you're thinking, oh, you know what? If I put all in, if I go all in, if I put all my savings money and all the return money, then I might win big. I become so wealthy overnight. Don't do that. Okay, so this is talking about moderation. As long as you keep it balanced, you should be okay, and the return will be worth it, because there will be ups and downs, but as long as you are carefully, it's almost like calculated risk rather than going all in. Okay, so it is good that you are investing in these life insurance policies and assets. It is good. You know, the Four of Wands is a card of stability, so this will add more to your life. But as long as you don't get too excited and go all in and lose everything in one go. All right, because assets, stock markets, whatever have you, it's all up and down. It's not actually something that you can rely on 100%. And the loss of, you know, like when things are bad, the loss of it can actually make people go crazy. So just be careful. It's a risky market. That's why you are being recommended that you are operating in moderation. Alrighty, that's what I have for you. Robert, best of luck. If you are sending in US dollars, I think the US dollars equivalent to £8, which is the minimum for a question, is, I think it's $12. Hang on, let me check, because the dollar is going up and down. So let me see, US dollars to GBP. So the £8 is 11.01. Okay, so it's gone up. Last week it was 12 something or 13 something at some point. So it keeps changing, right? So it's $11 minimum for a question. All right, so I think, did I miss anybody? Members, you're not asking any questions, are you? Let me see. Okay, so Heavenly, Monica, Anna, you didn't ask me any questions, so I'm assuming you don't want to use your free question this week. Best thumbnail on the end. What? Which thumbnail? Robert, so my brother and his wife were having some issues. Are they going to end up getting divorced or stay together? Okay, give me your brother's name and his wife's name. First, last name, initials if you prefer. Yeah, 15 should cover the minimum. Thank you. I see what you did there, Anna. I would like to use my lunar question. I like that. Okay. Yes, you may. So what is it something I should know and I'm not seeing? Okay, we'll get to you in a second. All right, so brother is Christopher Hopkins, wife name Shirisha Goins. Goins Hopkins, okay. So will the connection between Christopher Hopkins and Shirisha Hopkins, let me see. So will the issues between Shirisha Hopkins and Christopher Hopkins be resolved? Or will they get divorced? Let me see the first part. This connection is hanging on a thread. This connection is hanging on a thread. Let me pull one more, because it's almost like the scale between the two of them is tipping towards not being together, and then they tip back towards remaining together. So it could be undecided for now. Yes. This is not going, even if they decide to separate, even the separation will take years for it to happen. So it's not going to, this is not something that will end up with separation overnight. Even if they decide not to talk to each other, they will separate without anything happening, meaning nothing will happen when it comes to divorce. So they might separate for a year or two, but there is no divorce. I do see that there is love here. This couple that you're asking about, they have love. But the issues that they have between the two of them mostly are communication styles, not understanding each other, so misunderstandings, and not enough level of compassion towards each other. So they love each other, but they misunderstand each other. These misunderstandings are the reason why they are having issues. These issues will not go away. I feel like they could be both stubborn people, but they love each other still. So if they decide to separate, the separation will take years. And if they decide to stay together, there will still be issues. So it's not really decided. It's not like black and white. And so it's not a definite answer here. But I see that they love each other. They need to work on their communication style. I feel like they need to find maybe like a couples therapist where they take turns in speaking, because I feel like there's a lot of interruption, talking over each other, frustration, and it ends up with them having fights. Yeah, they will stay together despite the issues that they have. But even if they decide to separate, the divorce is not going to be overnight. It's going to take years if that is something that they will decide for sure. It's not going to happen overnight. It will take years. So they're going to stay together, even with the issues that they have. But for the issues to go away, they need maybe a third person to get involved that is neutral. That becomes almost like a referee. It's like, no, you spoke, that you already said what you wanted to say. Now let's give this person a chance to speak. And let's try to listen. Like they need almost like someone that could be the unbiased voice for the both of them. We have another 10 minutes, you guys, for any more questions, okay? So, I would like to use my lunar question. Okay, so is it something I should know? And I'm not seeing. Anna Maria, give me your last name. I'm assuming you are asking, is there something you should know and you're not seeing? Kojokaru. Okay. So Anna Maria Kojokaru. Is there something that Anna Maria Kojokaru needs to know or should know that she's not seeing? Okay. You have unexpected guests, honey. This is, you know, I feel like it's more than one person. You have more than one person coming your way. This feels like reconnection, meaning that these people are people that you connected with before, and they're coming back to reconnect. It's unexpected guests. And it doesn't have to be lovers. It doesn't have to be ex-lovers. It can be also friend, maybe family. It can be lovers as well. So whoever they are to you, they are people that want to reconnect with you. They are people that want to clear the air possibly between the two of you and to stay connected. I do see that these people are recognizing, or it's almost like they had enough time to think about what happened between the two of you, and now they know better. So I see either reconnection, if you say yes, of course, you don't have to if you don't want to. But if you say yes, there is reconnection, and I feel like it's more than one person, okay? It's more than one person. Now, if you say no, of course, maybe you will just clear the air. It's like maybe some of these people will seek forgiveness, or it's like forgive me, and you will say, okay, I forgive you, but I don't want you in my life, and that's it. But this is unexpected guest telling you that you either have a chance to reconcile with them, or you will just clear the air and move on with your lives. Even if you have moved on from these people, it's them that are connecting to the past to clear the energy of the past. Do you understand what I mean? So even if you have moved on, they have not moved on. So this will either end up with reconciliation, or it will end up with closure. Either way, you have unexpected guests from the past coming your way. You know, I do want to say this. If you have any negative feelings towards someone, but you healed and moved on, hearing an apology will be also good for you. So even if they come to you and you don't want to reconcile with them and you moved on, but them saying sorry will clear something from you. So it will be good for both parties. And I feel like it's more than one person, okay? So the past is wanting to catch up to you. My heater is on. I need to turn it off. Oh wait, it's already February. Yes, we are in February. Hi, Smita. Smita, I need your first last name and Uday's first last name. I mean, you already have first name, so you need to give me last names. Less than 4 minutes, so 3 minutes for any more questions. And then after the hour, please do not send me anymore. So we do this every Sunday for 1 hour, okay? So after we hit the 1 hour, don't send any more questions. So my name, Smita Shitol. His name, Uday Badi. Okay. So, Smita Shitol, Uday Badi. Let me see. Where was your question? Okay, Uday Badi. You want to know his thoughts for you romantically. So, what are Uday Badi's thoughts about Smita Shitol romantically? So, what are the romantic thoughts that Uday Badi is having about Smita Shitol? He's thinking, ooh, I'm catching feelings for Smita. But he's also thinking, I need to control my feelings for Smita. Or Smita. So he's trying to control his feelings for you. He's trying to be logical about his feelings for you. In fact, I see that he's trying to prevent having feelings for you, or to try to minimize the feelings that he's feeling for you. This is someone that has their guard up. Maybe they have their guard up because of past hurt, but I see that this person is trying to minimize or remove the feelings that they have for you. Because they're thinking it's better to not have feelings. It's better to be in control. This is a defense mechanism. When people are trying to control their feelings for another person, it's a defense mechanism. And it's not necessarily because they are not good for a relationship. It's because they got hurt in the past. So whoever that broke their heart in the past is the reason why they're being careful with their heart. So I do see that this person has feelings for you, but that is not what they want. It's almost like they don't plan on having these feelings, or they are trying to minimize the feelings, remove even the feelings that they have for you. In a way, I feel like they are thinking those feelings are a weakness. So they perceive feelings as a weakness, love as a weakness. So they try to control these feelings or trying to remove these feelings for you. Because they think it's better, it's safer if they don't have feelings. Again, this is what happens when you have people that have not healed heartbreak from the past. That's what you have here, okay? So I feel like what I want to say, the problem is not you. The problem is how this person thinks about love, and it's not very positive. Alrighty. Okay. Best of luck, Smita. Right, Robert Charles. Relationship problems with someone. Okay, so no more questions. Don't send any more questions, you guys. Let me just change the pinned comment. No more readings. So, where were we? Relationship problems with someone. Will they be worked out or will we break up? The person that you are asking about, Robert, give me their first last name. Kanisha Sulker. Okay. Will things between Kanisha Sulker and Robert Charles work out? Or will they end up breaking up? Yeah, you will work things out. You both will. You both will. To let you know, this connection is a soulmate. Don't even get the idea of finding someone better than this person. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. The connection that you have with this person is strong and deep. So whatever issues that you have between the two of you will be resolved as long as you don't give up on each other. Now, giving up, like when I say as long as you don't give up on each other, I'm not talking about you forcing things. I'm talking about actually trying to understand each other so that you get the problems out of the way. Because the connection itself, it has a deep level of connectivity. It's a soul connection. So you thinking that you can have something better with someone else, don't even go there. It is better to work on things between you and this person, to compromise or to find a way where you two meet in the middle, than to try to change the person. I'm going to take that beeping sound as a confirmation. We literally have the 9 of Cups. So even if you think about being with someone else or trying another relationship, you will miss her. She will leave a huge gap in your heart. So don't be trying to break up. Try to see the problems through. Try to work on things rather than giving up on each other. I feel like the connection between the two of you can stand through thick and thin as long as you stand together rather than opposing each other. Okay, so less about competition, who's right and who's wrong, and more about let's stand next to each other and find a way so that we stay together. It's more about compromise rather than winning the argument or being the person that is right. You have beautiful cards here, like the Empress and the Strength God. This is the type of connection that is like the ride or die. But you're gonna have to work together rather than separate. Okay? Don't try to bump heads. Try to understand each other. So to answer the question, yes, you will work on the issues here. But hey, remember, free will also comes into play. So if you are stubborn and they are stubborn and you decide not to be together because you're both stubborn, of course, you're going to force this soulmate connection out of its existence. So it's better to work on this. It's workable also. Okay? Soulmates, don't let this go to waste. Both of you, I'm saying this to the both of you in a way. You both need to work together rather than against each other. What's Devi Devta symbolism? Okay. Jesse. I'm Jesse, and should I stay the course on investing as long as I have been doing, or should I go with the investing idea I had this morning, or both? I can give more context. Okay, so give me what you are investing in. Like, what did you say? Should I stay the course on investing? So investing in what? Give me that detail. And also, should I go with the investment idea? So give me more details about the idea as well, the investment idea. You don't have to share too much, but give me something to work with. If the super chat is not working for you, Robert, there is PayPal, which is in the description box, but we already passed the 1 hour, so no more questions for tonight. But if you have this problem in the future, you can always use PayPal instead. So my current investment strategy is multi-pringed, but here in the US only. My idea is going big completely in another country. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so I'm going to ask if you should continue to invest in US, because that's, you're basically asking if you should expand internationally, right? So let's see, Jesse N. Should Jesse N stay the course on investing in the US, or should Jesse, are you a she or a he? Should Jesse expand and invest in other countries? I'm gonna just see what we get, okay? Jesse N. Should Jesse N stay the course on investing in the US, or expand and go bigger or outside of the US as well? Both. There is no reason to stop what you are doing currently and also do something else. There is no reason for you to cancel one out. You can do both. Or you should do both. You know what is interesting about this is that your feelings are involved. So you must be someone that is intuitive, because I feel like the things that you are investing in are through your intuition or through your gut feeling, because there is something that your feelings are guiding you. Okay, so this is not, it's almost like it's telling me that the types of investments that you are involved in, it's not necessarily coming from your head, it's coming from your heart, which is interesting. So this is telling you to follow your heart. This is also telling you that you should do both. We have the Two of Wands. In the Two of Wands, especially in the original Rider-Waite, the Two of Wands is someone that is holding the world as an oyster. And there is a wand in place where the person is standing, and there's also a wand that is in the further end, which is in front of him, okay? And this is like the perfect example of what you have currently where you are in the US. That should also continue, but you should also expand and do outside of the US, which is the other wand. So this is both. Do both. And continue to trust your intuition, continue to follow your heart as you are investing, because I feel like you are an intuitive person. As long as you follow your heart. And when I say follow your heart, it's not necessarily in regard to your passion. It's more about that your heart is actually guiding you in making life decisions, meaning physical, external decisions. And that these decisions are aligned with who you are, your purpose, or what you are trying to accomplish as goals. So your heart is actually the main source of your guidance, which I find interesting because most people are logical. Based on the data, they make choices, right? But it seems like with you, you actually have a very strong heart. And when I say that, I feel like it's more about your how involved your heart is in making decisions. Not emotional. It's just that your heart is intelligent, but also you are listening to it. Does that make sense? It's just interesting. It's interesting to see. So continue to do that, because it's actually benefiting you in a big way. I mean, I personally think everybody should follow their heart, even when it comes to financial decisions. But the fact that I see you doing that, it's not very common. This is why I mention it. It's not very common. That's it, yes. Well done. Continue. Continue this activity. Right. My chat is glitching. Why is it not? Hello? Hang on. So after Jessie N, we have 2 more questions, correct? For the ones that are seeing the chat, because my chat is glitching, we just have Robert question as well as Monica's question, correct? Because otherwise I'm going to have to refresh my laptop. Let me know. Monica, you are the last question, right? Can you check for me, please? Okay, cool. All right. So I'm not going to refresh the page. So I'm paying some bills for my dad right now. Should I continue to do that? His name is Stemler. Robert, give me your... Does your father have Charles as a last name as well? Because I know some people have different names. So let me know if it's a different name or if it's Charles as well. No, I'm not Brazilian. I just don't have the spotlight today. So I look Brazilian in the dark. Most welcome, Jessie. Best of luck. Say wallahi, wallahi. Wallahi, ya bro. Bro. Robert, are you still with us? Stop spamming. If you want to ask your question, first of all, it is not for free. Second of all, we already passed the 1 hour. So it's, if you want, join this next Sunday. Jessie, I appreciate the extra $10 that you sent. That's so sweet. Thank you. Is Robert here, you guys? Is someone seeing Robert? Okay, I'm gonna do Monica Valverde's question and see if Robert is still with us. Let's see, Monica. Let's do your question. So, will SA ever step up and become serious and responsible and committed with our relationship if I ever give him a chance again? Okay. I'm going to ask her the way you asked it and see what we get, okay? So, will SA ever step up, become serious, responsible, committed with the relationship with Monica Valverde? If Monica Valverde ever gives him a chance again. Let's see. Yes, there is room for change. So I do see change here. Let me see the other cards. Show me. Wow, we have the Lovers. And the Tower. Wow. Okay. You know, Monica, let me tell you something. Your connection with SA is not meant to be easy. I don't know if I said this to you before, but look at this. We literally have the Lovers and the Tower. These are almost like polar opposites in energy, you know, extremely positive and extremely negative. Now, these energies are not necessarily light and dark. They're not necessarily good and bad, but the influence of them are intense. Now, this is saying, yes, there will be change. Even if you give this person a chance, there will be change within this person, but it's not going to be something that happens overnight. It's not going to be something that will be easy. The process here is going to be intense. So they might even hate you before they allow themselves to love you freely. Because with that much intensity, they have to be really strong in order to handle it, you know? So even if you give this person a chance, it's not going to be an easy ride. It's not going to be like rainbows and butterflies. I mean, you can experience the rainbows and butterflies, but it's not going to be an easy process. There will be a lot of changes, intensity that happens before that happens. So in a way, I do want to say that this connection is not meant to be easy, but it's also meant to last. You know, this is giving either, like, I'm more leaning towards twin flame, but I don't want to use that term because it's been abused these days in the spiritual communities. But I feel like this connection is screaming twin flame, screaming. At least let's call it a soulmate. But I feel like with this level of intensity, it's giving twin flame. This feels like a long ride, and if you think that it will just reach the destination, which is like SA becoming more committed, more serious, step up and whatever else, from the day you give him a chance, not gonna happen. This might even take years of patience after you give him a chance. Do you understand what I mean? It's not something that will just happen overnight. So you're going to have to think about if you want to continue to entertain this connection or not. Because remember, you have your free will to use to make the decision that is more peaceful for you. But if the intensity between the two of you is very much alive, I suggest that you go with the flow and the timing, the divine timing of this, rather than to try to push for answers, or rather than trying to make something happen sooner than it should. Okay, this connection is not for the weak, let me tell you. This is why I don't like saying twin flame, because not everybody has a twin flame. And if you do indeed have a twin flame connection with this person, it's almost never supposed to be easy. Never. It's, let's say almost, just in case, you know, it's almost never easy, or it's almost never direct. It's almost never transparent. It's almost never black and white. It's always a gray area. It's always, sometimes, most of the time. You understand what I mean? This connection is not for the weak. But to answer your question simply, it's a yes, but there is a huge but after the yes. Okay. So, yes, Robert, I called for you a few times, but you weren't here. So, is your dad's last name also Charles? So, is it Stempler Charles? Okay, so, okay, let's see. So should Robert Charles continue to pay some bills for his dad, Stempler Charles? Should he continue to do that for his father, Stempler Charles? Let's see. Okay. You're getting yes for now. So it's telling me that there will be some type of change that will change the circumstances of you needing to pay those bills. But it's telling you yes for now, continue. Until a further notice. There is something that is going to change in the future that will no longer be needing you to pay for those bills, whether these bills change, or maybe the circumstances of your father changes, or maybe your father will win the fucking lottery, who knows. But it's telling you continue. It's not going to be forever. It's not going to be like you're not going to have to do this for much longer, but continue for now until the change happens that will no longer require of you to pay for those bills. And I see that something here will be positive that happens. That will maybe help the both of you to, for example, if you perceive it as some type of a burden, it will no longer be your burden with that change. Okay, it's not really showing me what the change is specifically, but it will be obvious for you to know that that change is going to relieve you from your duties to paying those bills. Okay? So continue to pay, continue to help your father until a further notice, until that change happens. Then you will be no longer required to help him out. Okay? And that's it. Alrighty. I think I finished all the questions, you guys. We do this every Sunday, so if you missed a question or if you want to ask a question, just come back Sundays. Sundays is where I do, for 1 hour, personal readings. I wish you all the best. I will see you later. I have Aries and Virgo readings also coming up, so stay tuned for those. And that's it. Take care.